So today I want to talk about, are you being resourceful or are you making excuses? Okay. This is something that I really love to talk about. And I can't wait to dive in. But first, if we have not met, I am Brittany Keller from IamBrittanyKeller.com, and I help the difference makers create a real life impact online by speaking their truth and living a life greater than they imagine. So my question for you today is, are you resourceful or are you making an excuse? Okay. So, to really start this out, I want to talk about, I want to make a clear distinction that there's two differences when it comes to your mindset. There is a broke mindset, right? And then there's a lack of money, right? A physical lack of money, right? And so, a broke mindset is somebody, and I was there, guys, I was there, that doesn't invest in themselves for several reasons. For me, for example, it was always really hard to, not put money in myself. It always was. And, I've really learned over the last few years, to invest in me and put me first. Right. And so for me, when I was a mom, right, especially when my kids were younger, investing $100, $150, $200 in a course or whatever, all I ever saw was, oh my gosh, that's X amount of diapers, that's X amount of formula, that's X amount of food, that's X amount of da-da-da-da-da-da, and they're growing so fast. I mean, that's clothes for this next month. They're going to need clothes in 2 more months and, right, overwhelmed, right? And so I never, ever invested in myself, and it took me a very long time to invest in myself is actually what I should have said. Versus, physically not having money. Now, the difference between the two is like, physically not having the money is like, you're like, yep, I want to invest in this, but rent's due and I have to take it out of the next check, right? You got to do what you got to do. So I wanted to talk today, are you resourceful or making excuses? So guys, depending on what side of the fence you're on, I'm going to highly encourage you to work through that limiting belief of, maybe you're not worth it, or maybe you don't think you have the money. And I want you, if you're in the broke mindset, I want you to start thinking about how much money this will actually make you versus how much money it's going to take or cost, right? Because if there's an opportunity or you need to invest in yourself, remember, it's always an investment in yourself, right? This is a skill set. This is something that you get to take forever and ever, right? So just remember that. And I highly encourage you to invest in yourself. If you physically don't have the money yet, then the other way that you can invest in yourself is you got to be resourceful with your time, right? When I got started, I want to go over a couple things that I did when I got started, right? And so when I got started, we just didn't have the extra money. I was in Craigslist, right? I was getting free stuff from Craigslist, and I was going all over the free section, getting stuff, and then popping it back up on OfferUp. And then eventually I was doing like Facebook Marketplace, all that stuff just to make ends meet, right? And so, when the training came that I knew that I needed, I actually ended up selling our car, which was a big, huge step for us. It was a huge step. Like, I couldn't even imagine a mom with 2 kids and diapers, family of 5. Like, I just was like, no, this is just crazy. But I jumped, right? And so I'm not suggesting that you go sell your car, but what I am suggesting is that, you really decide how much you are worth, right? Invest in you because you are worth it, right? And so I just kind of jotted down a few things, that I have done. So yeah, So if we're over the broke mindset, right? So we have to get over the broke mindset. So now you're in a place of like, yes, I want to invest in myself. I am worth it, right? But you have that, oh my gosh, I just don't physically have the money, right? You got to get to a place where you're going to succeed no matter what, right? And you're going to jump on this opportunity, or you're going to jump in the investment or the training or whatever, and you're going to do it, right? And so here's just like a few suggestions that I've done. First off, when I built my first site, I didn't have the money to do it. And even now I build my own site and I look at things and, eventually somebody, I will pay somebody to do that part for me, right? But, for example, instead of investing, if you don't have the money physically, let me tell you something there, go to YouTube University, okay? You're going to learn everything that you need to know about building a site. It may take you a while, but this is where if you don't physically have the money, you have to then invest your time. You have to be resourceful with your time and, learn, right? So that's the first thing, right? I made my website from literally learning HTML to begin with. And then, now they've made it really easy with drag and drop, whatever, right? So that's one way. YouTube. Go on YouTube. There's a ton of tutorials. Another thing is like I said, like if you need the money for whatever, you want to jump on something, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity, or that this is like what your family needs, then, go on Craigslist, be ethical about this, go on Craigslist, look at the free section, look at what you can put up, or what you can buy, or excuse me, what you can get that you can put up to sell, right? That people are going to buy. Be ethical with it. Don't take baby clothes or anything like that, things that people, legitimately, really need. But if it's just junk, like I got a lot of stuff from, or not junk, excuse me, like stuff that they want to get rid of. Like I got a lot of stuff when I was doing this from rich people in the West Hills that were just like, I don't really want to take this to Goodwill. Here's a couch. Here's this. No joke. Like I got so much nice stuff, right? And so that's a way. Another thing is, sell what you have, pawn what you have, man. You have no idea, how many times I pawned my vacuum cleaner and, my steam cleaner. And actually there for a while when I was getting the training that I needed and I had to, I had $150 a month payment, what I would do is at the end of the month, to make ends meet, right? And make sure we had rent and a place to live. I would go pawn my stuff so that way I could pay rent, pawn my vacuum cleaner, my steam cleaner to, pay this bill. And then when the next check came, the first of the month, right? The next check that's not rent money anymore, then I would go get it out like every month for months and months and months and months and months and months and stuff. So, those are just a couple suggestions, of like what you can do, but just do whatever it takes, you guys, because it is worth the investment. Trust me, it is worth the investment and you're worth it. Okay. So if you're struggling with that broke mindset, first off, A, nope, you're worth it. You're going to start investing in yourself. And B, if there's just a lack of like physically having money, do what you have to do until you can do what you want to do. Okay. And so that is my video for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this, please like, comment, share it around. The universe will reward you with 5 karma points redeemable wherever the universe allows. And lastly, if you guys have not gotten your copy of this, The Difference Maker's Storybook, How to Live a Life Greater Than You Imagine, go get your copy at iambrittanykeller.com/storybook. If not, you can just go to my website, iambrittanykeller.com, or it will be somewhere around this video, or it'll be somewhere around this video with a link or, somewhere. So we'll get you dialed in with that. So once again, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you got value. Please share around. And until next time, just get real.